Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. It's the MazzaPlay.net Emirates D20 powered by FanCode. And it's now knockout stages. Fujairah versus Emirates Blues, the first semi-final. Remember, there are going to be two semi-finals today. Fujairah will play Emirates Blues first, and Sharjah will then play Abu Dhabi. It's a repeat of yesterday's games. So it's going to be interesting. What are the tactics? What are the changes that these four teams will bring into their semi-finals? No room for errors, no mistakes allowed. That was the final points table then. Exciting last day, rain-curtailed matches. Fujairah losing to Emirates Blues thanks to that Vrittya Arvind 6 of the last delivery. And then Sharjah trouncing Abu Dhabi 37 runs ahead at Duckworth Lewis when the rain came in. And Dubai must have been thinking, well, could have they just batted a slightly quicker? Sharjah, not to be. Well, let's not waste any time. It's been raining today as well, so let's go down and see what the pitch has in store for us. Abid Ibrahim with the pitch report.
Well, when it is a brilliant weather here in Dubai, what we love to do, we love to play cricket, and that is another day of cricket here at the Ring of Fire in Dubai International. We are up for the pitch report, and it's a perfect day to play cricket, and it's 20 Celsius degree here. So now coming to this strip, which says a lot of stories. We had seen two games yesterday, and today all important two semi-finals will be played on this surface. Now there is two phase this wicket is. So the right side here, there is a lot of green, and the other side, you'll see there is a bit dry. So the ball hitting those green might get a little bit of a grip and get slower, but when hitting that dryness area where there is a dead grass, that's where maybe you'll find the ball skid on. So I think it's a perfect decision to bowl first in this surface and get some runs ahead in a bigger, crucial game. Back to you guys.
Well, thank you, Abid Ibrahim. No idea why he's wearing the sunglasses with the cloud cover out, but looking smart as always. So let's not waste any time. Shoaib Ahmed downstairs with the two captains for the all-important toss of the first semi-final.
It's toss time here at the Dubai International Stadium, the big semi-final. Semi-final number 1, where we've got Fujairah taking on Emirates Blues. Now, if Fujairah win this game, they'll get into the finals for the third time in a row. While for Emirates Blues, it will be their first entry into the big finals. It's interesting to see how this game progresses. I've got the star cast to my left. For Fujairah is the captain, Mohammad Wasim. Right in the center is the match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. And on to his left is the captain for Emirates Blues, Vrittya Arvind. The home team is Fujairah. Wasim is going to flip the coin. Tails is the call. Oh, it's gone a long way. Tails it is. Vrittya, important toss. What do you want to do today?
We'd like to bat first.
And why?
Nothing much really. I think we're just backing our strengths. I think yesterday we chased and we just saw Fujairah said bowling lineup to restrict any total. So we tried to take that out of the equation and hopefully bat first and score 140, 150. I think we're happy to defend that.
Big semi-final. So what's the message to your side?
No, I think whatever we've done till now, leading up to this tournament doesn't mean anything if you don't win today. I think today is the day. I think today, whoever rocks up and puts their hand up will win the game. So hopefully we do that.
How does a win like yesterday matter, or how does it make you feel any different? Does it make you feel better, or do you think it's just another game?
I think it's good to have one up against Fujairah. We lost the first game against them. We won yesterday. So now it's even battle. So whoever wins out today, it's probably the better team. So hopefully that goes well for us.
Are you going with the same playing 11?
We have two changes. Aditya Shetty is out, Faraz is in, and Mati is out, Sabir is in.
All the best.
Thank you so much.
वसीम, वो बैटिंग कर रहे हैं, आप खुश हैं बॉलिंग करने से?
हाँ जी, मैं टॉस जीता तो मैं बॉलिंग ही करने वाला था, तो कोशिश करेंगे जितना कम से कम पे रोकें और बाद में चेज कर सकें।
अच्छी साइड है एमिरेट्स ब्लूज़ की, यंग प्लेयर्स हैं और काफ़ी अच्छा खेल भी रहे हैं, तो क्या मैसेज है टीम के लिए कल की स्पेशली हार के बाद?
हाँ, कल की हार के बाद तो कुछ नहीं बोलूँगा। हमारे बॉलर्स ने माशाल्लाह बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग की है, सो वो बैड लक है कि लास्ट में हम लोग हार गए हैं, तो कोशिश करेंगे जो गलतियाँ कल हुई हैं वो ना हो।
टीम में कोई चेंजेस हैं?
हाँ जी, एक चेंज है, आकिब थोड़ा बीमार है, उसकी जगह पे वो खेल रहा है आसिफ लाला.
All the best.
थैंक यू सो मच.
Right, so the news from the center is that Emirates Blues have won the toss and they have decided to bat first.
Well, thank you, Shoaib Ahmed. It seems I'm the only person who didn't carry my sunglasses. They're looking sharp. An interesting decision there by the Emirates Blues, winning the toss and against the run of play, choosing the bat first. Joining me in the comm box to start our proceedings, my good friend Mudassir Ali. Well, Mudassir, what do you think about the toss and the playing lineups?
A bit surprised the way he called. They wanted to bat first after winning the toss. And talking about the lineups of Fujairah, it's Asif Khan back in the side in place of Akifullah Raja, Hamdan Tahir wicketkeeper, Hamid Khan, Harry Bharwal, Jiju Janardhanan, the all-rounder Junaid Siddiqui, Mohammad Usman, Captain Mohammad Wasim, Rohan Mustafa, Uzair Khan, and Wasisha.
Yeah, in Emirates Blues, going with Alishan Sharfu, Fahad Nawaz, Hazrat Bilal, Mohammad Farazuddin back in the side. Nilanj Keswani gets another game. Didn't get to bowl or bat yesterday. Rahul Bhatia, Sabar Rao walks in as well. Sanchit Sharma, Vishnu Sukumaran, Vritya Arvind and Zawar Farid. So no Jawadullah in the lineup and no Aditya Shetty. And what a time to make these changes. But I am still scratching my head here. Emirates Blues winning the toss and deciding to bat first against a Fujairah lineup that has reinforced their batting by bringing in Asif Khan. Let's have a quick look at the runs then. Most runs, well, I don't think anybody is catching up to Mr. Vritya Arvind. 451 runs. Ali Abed at number 2. He will be in the second semi-final along with Usman Khan. So if one of them scores 150, there is a chance of taking over Vritya Arvind, Alishan Sharfu and Kamran Atta. So interesting to see all the highest run scorers are part of the teams that have made the semi-finals.
Looking in good touch, Vritya Arvind. And talking about the most wickets in this tournament, the lineup, this one is led by Saqib Manshad. 9 matches, 20 wickets, 8.03 is the economy. He has been clearly pick of the bowlers. If we talk about the fast bowling, and Mohammad Nadeem makes into the second spot with 16 wickets. Karnal Zahid, Ahmad Shafiq, Mazhar Bashir follows up. So it's an interesting chart for the most wickets. Couple of fast bowlers. Then we have left-arm spinners in this top 5.
Yeah, Saqib Manshad, 9 games for Ajman, 20 wickets. And the only person, well, Ahmad Shafiq as well, the 2 people who are not going to be in the semi-finals, but they've made a statement in this Mazaplay.net Emirates D20 powered by Fan Code. And I'm sure, well, that's the road to the semi-finals for the Emirates Blues. Won their first game against Dubai, then lost to Ajman, and I think that was the shell shock for them. Abu Dhabi and Fujairah as well. So those 3 losses were when they were looking down and out, bottom of the table, and then Vritya Arvind took over the captaincy, and then 3 wins on the trot, a loss against Abu Dhabi, and then a loss.
So rightly said, after losing those couple of matches, there was a change in the captaincy of Emirates Blues, and he showed the quality of leadership skills which he has. Vritya Arvind leading from the front, scoring bulk of runs.
Center.
Well, the wait is over. The clouds have cleared. The sun is peeking out. And the first semi-final is just about to start. Captain Vritya Arvind, look at those stats. Leading from the front with the bat and the gloves as well. And his partner on the other end is Zawar Farid. So no change in the opening lineup at least. And the new ball is with Junaid Siddiqui. So 3 UAE international players in action. Two of them with the bat in hand, one of them with the ball.
Zawar Farid, the 17 matches and 259 runs at the other end with Vritya Arvind. He has been in rich form. Vritya with the bat for Emirates Blues. Junaid Siddiqui, the fast bowler. 17 innings, 13 wickets. Economy bit on a higher side, 7.11. With the first slip and the third man inside the circle for Vritya Arvind starts Junaid Siddiqui, the first ball of the semi-final number 1.
Or swinging delivery, outside edge, very close to that fielder at gully, and he starts off with the boundary. Well, if you're looking for excitement, this is the place right now. The first ball of the semi-final and all the action there.
Moving away, and there was that short third man. It just passed away, Asif Khan. It was Muhammad Usman, I beg your pardon. The short third man, lucky boundaries and off the mark of Vritya Arvind.
Well, it's a very interesting field placing this for Junaid Siddiqui. You're absolutely right there, Mudassir. Usman is very much a short third man, not a catching gully as such. Haider Wasi Shah, a deep third man. And finds his line now, Junaid Siddiqui. And they've got the deep square leg for Vritya Arvind. A slip catching as well. All out aggression from Mohammad Wasim. He's led Fujairah really well in this tournament. And he set the standards in the field yesterday. We saw a couple of easy catches, but some stops at extra cover would have been guaranteed boundaries. But he was there. Dot ball. Beg your pardon, it's a single.
Battle of nerves in the initial overs of this big match. And in this edition, Fujairah was pushed to the wall by ECB and other teams. As we have seen the previous editions, they have dominated in all the matches, but ups and downs for Fujairah in this edition.
Yeah, absolutely. Losing 2 games to Dubai. Probably a surprise for all of us and for Fujairah. Plays it nicely towards point. It's racing away. It is slightly heavy, the outfield. They're pushing for 3. Mix up. And Zawar Farid sends him back. Well, that was Vritya Arvind's danger end, but Zawar Farid was ball watching. In the end, no damage done.
Nice looking shot, played in the gap, and it was played towards that longer part of the boundary. Was interested for the third run. Captain Vritya sent back by Zawar Farid. A good start, got 7 runs straight away. Change in the field. We have a third man and the slip coming out and a mid-on in place.
Oh, big swish. And given is wide. Shami may be the umpire. Junaid Siddiqui is not happy. Yes, that's a good decision. That is a good decision. I have to take my words back. Shami may be spot on. Just outside that white line and moving away from the right-handed batsman. This is a good start already from the Emirates Blues. 8 off the first over. The couple of overs up top are where you set the standards, don't you, Mudassir?
Top edge flies high in the air, just falling beyond the fine leg. Couple of runs, not in control, Zawar Farid, but still manages 2 runs for him and for his team.
Well, they're living dangerously, the Emirates Blues batsmen. But there is intent in their stroke play. They're not going to hang back. Yesterday, batting was so difficult. 96 runs scored in 14 overs and chased in the last ball of the 14th over of Emirates Blues innings. 7.5 runs and over were difficult to go ahead with. Now they've already scored 10 off the first over, having chosen to bat first.
That's their strength so far, as we have seen in this edition. Batting first, they were very comfortable. The young lads of ECB, driven towards the mid-off, quickly comes in a direct hit, an appeal.
Well, we've gone up to the third umpire, and Zawar will be very, very nervous. You don't take a risk on Mohammad Wasim. Unbelievable fielding effort. I think he's made it. He has made it in the end, grounded that bat. Mohammad Wasim has given the warning shot. Don't try those quick singles on me. Eventful first over comes to an end. Blues 11 for no loss. Well, the new bowler, Uzair Khan, was brought in the 12th over yesterday. Just bowled one over. This time given the responsibility of bowling with the new ball. And starts off with the perfect delivery. Just on and around middle stump, coming in to the right-handed batsman.
Fujairah never got their combinations right, whether it's batting or bowling. Uzair Khan has been brilliant with the new ball. In the previous edition, we have seen as he was playing for Abu Dhabi, and this season was picked by Fujairah, getting that new ball in the absence of Akifullah Raja.
Well, you do have a lot of options for Fujairah. Again, very good delivery. Played straight to point. Hamid Khan, another good fielder. And I think after this tournament, you will see quite a few players move around as well. Probably Saqib Manshid, 20 wickets in the tournament, the highest wicket taker. Used to play for Fujairah. Might make a comeback, you never know. Might get drafted by Dubai. Rahul Chopra, another man for Ajman. Some players from Dubai as well. Maybe Ronak Panoli moves to Abu Dhabi or something. It would be good to see some of these players moving around. Mid-season transfer, so to speak.
We do have our own mid-season transfers in D20.
Played in the air, but perfectly in the gap. Zawar Farid gets a boundary as well. Drifting onto the pads, Uzair Khan. That's a dangerous ploy against Zawar Farid, especially with the ball moving in. And he timed it perfectly.
Beautiful looking shot by Zawar Farid, fetching his first boundary of this innings. Was in control. They are getting those runs easily. It's not an easy surface, but both the batsmen are batting with control.
Or taking a quick single, brute of a delivery. Well adjusted by Zawar Farid.
Excellent cricket. Getting that boundary, they went for that single, an awkward bounce, getting from the surface for Uzair Khan. Looking for that first breakthrough. Uzair Khan runs his captain Vritti Arvind on strike. Fuller delivery, push towards the mid-off. taking his time. The man in form, Rityarvin.
Or even yesterday, even though he scored 40 or 42, at one stage was about 17 runs for 28 odd deliveries. But he knows he can catch up, and he knows he has all the shots in the book. Slightly more free when they're setting the target. Vrityarvind can take his time and then cut loose. Again, they have a lot of batting yet to come. Alishan Sharfu, Fahad Nawaz in good form. Farazuddin, Vishnu Sukumaran as well. Oh, beats the outside edge. Good over there from Uzair. Just that one boundary spoiling his figures. 16 for no loss. Blues at the end of 2 overs. Junaid will continue. Oh, that was a quick delivery. Zawar Farid very late onto the ball. He's taken a lot of body blows, Zawar Farid. Yesterday got hit on the shoulder and the elbow. And today as well, hitting him right on that bicep, the left hand. That will hurt.
Keeping him on the back foot with that short delivery. Fast bowler Junaid Siddiqui. Bowling those bouncers to Zawar Farid. Interesting field for Zawar Farid. It's a deep square leg and third man. Looking at the surface and the conditions, there is slight movement in the air for the bowler. Would love to see slip in position.
Again, played down towards third man. Well, yesterday, Mohammad Rashid almost took out all of his long hair, screaming for a slip fielder. Couple of edges going down to the slip area as well. And I promise you, if he was in the field or he was downstairs, he would have run on to the ground and strangled Vritya and told him, get that slip fielder in. With that ball moving in the air, as you said. It's cool, but slightly humid as well. And these conditions make a difference with the new ball. You need to attack, get that slip fielder. But they have a very interesting field placing, especially on that point. Almost 2 point fielders.
Trying to make room and following this time Junaid Siddiqui, keeping things in control and tight in this over. What they need is a wicket.
Yeah, there you can see on the offside, it's Rohan Mustafa along with Jiju. Almost 2 point fielders. Then they've got Vasi and Harry Barwal at cover. Very strong offside field. And that is why, because Vritya Arvind likes to make room and then go in the air on the offside. Oh, again in the air, but safely played down to third man. Good comeback over this so far from Junaid Siddiqui. Was a bit expensive, 11 off that first over that he bowled. But so far has given away only the 2 singles. If they don't concede boundaries in this over, Fujairah will think that they are fighting back slowly. 140, 150, probably the target they want to chase down. Anything more than that, and it's going to get tricky.
Width offered and a nice looking shot over the point fielder. Couple of bounces. Yet another boundary from the blade of Zawar Farid.
Yeah, not very convincing from Zawar, but it's the result that matters. Getting a thick outside edge, but flying down towards that deep third man area. Muhammad Usman, very fine for Zawar Farid. So they have the boundary. They've gotten a boundary every over so far. Those two men on the screen look very familiar with those. That's where my sunglasses are. Now I remember. Mudassir Ali. I need to take all of you guys and understand where you go sunglasses shopping. In the air, and he's gone. The plan has worked. It was a full toss, but played right into the hands of Rohan Mustafa. He's not dropping that. Zawar Farid, after getting an itchy boundary, throws his wicket away. It's a big wicket.
It was not a regular position. A strange field placement. A low full toss. A well judged catch taken by Rohan Mustafa. Zawar Farid walks back to the pavilion after making 15 of 11 deliveries. It's 22 for 1.
Fahad Nawaz walking in at number 3. Fujairah drawing first blood. Zawar Farid falling to a full toss. A very good catch. Unusual field placing, as Mudassir mentioned. They're being creative, Fujairah. Oh, it's a chance of a run out. No. Fahad Nawaz responding quickly. Fahad Nawaz, he's a steady batsman, very good at number 3, good strike rate, best of 58, first 50 in his D20 career came in this edition of the Mazaplay.net Emirates D20. Oh, it's a no ball. It is a no ball and a free hit. Where have we seen this before? Well, we saw it yesterday. Vritya Arvind on strike. That was the last ball of the match. This time Uzair Khan just overstepping a little bit. But GB Alex, very good decision. Brilliant. No part of the foot behind the line. And Fahad Nawaz, oh, he seems to have hurt himself. That was a very good delivery, barring that no ball.
The standard of the umpiring has been excellent so far in this tournament, and what a decision given by Alex. And a free hit, and it's Vritya Arvind on strike, the man in form for Blues, the leading scorer this Emirates D20 edition 2022.
It's a free hit. And Vritya Arvind will be on strike. You can see all of a sudden he's a bit more side on now, Vritya. And it's a wide. Extra run given. And the free hit will remain. Oh, it feels like deja vu every time Fujairah is bowling to Emirates Blues, especially to Vritya. They give a free hit, then they give a wide. And the only thing left is will Vritya capitalize and hit a maximum?
So that wicket, they're giving the freebies here. Uzair Khan, a no ball and a wide. Free hit continues. It's Vritya Arvind on strike. Runs in Uzair Khan.
Play towards the leg side. Again, very interesting and innovative field placing by Mohammad Wasim. They had a fielder at deep square leg and deep mid wicket for Vritya. So just a single. Well, all the tricks are coming out in this first semi-final, aren't they, Mudassir?
Definitely now they need to execute those plans and make sure they need a couple of wickets in the power play. So Fahad Nawaz, yet another talented batter in this lineup, has been promoted up the order.
Oh, it was a good looking drive, but Uzair Khan has done really well. Just sticks a boot out. Hit very straight by Fahad Nawaz.
They have already lost a couple of fast bowlers, an injury, and now it's Uzair Khan.
Well, you're absolutely right, Mudassir. Not just them. Oh, he's limping now. Those are not good signs. Uzair Khan joining the list of fast bowlers who have chosen to do some funky things and get injured. Shahid Nawaz of Dubai. Hafiz Almas yesterday. Abdul Ghaffar already lost to injury. Oh, he's edged it. Has he edged it? There is a big appeal. GB Alex says no doubt. What has that hit? There was a sound. It was a soft noise, not off the bat. Or was it the glove or the thigh pad?
Was there a slight outside edge? Was a close call. But Alex has some other thoughts. Loud appeal. Survives of Fahad Nawaz.
Well, Fahad Nawaz is pointing to his shoulder. And if his shoulder is somewhere near his waist, we can understand that. He survives. But that was a very good delivery. That blow to the hand. Just planting the seeds of doubt in Fahad Nawaz's head. He's not looking confident. Down the leg side, given as a wide. He's been all over the place, Uzair, but so far, he's bowled a good over. Almost had a wicket. Slightly more conventional field for Fahad Nawaz. Deep square leg and deep third man in place. There you can see 4 fielders on the offside in the ring, 3 on the leg side. Oh, width on offer. Beautiful shot. Cracking cover point drive. And Fahad Nawaz gets his first boundary.
Glorious looking shot from Fahad Nawaz. Uzair Khan has been punished by Fahad Nawaz. Nicely played into the gap, racing towards the boundary. Looking in good touch, Fahad Nawaz. The story for Fujairah continues in the power play. They have been leaking the runs. The absence of Akifullah Raja, Uzair Khan getting that new ball and leaking runs.
Short delivery. Pull towards square leg. Big chase for Rohan Mustafa. But they will take 2. So good finish to the over by Emirates Blues. And they're moving along nicely. 34 for 1 at the end of over number 4. A change in bowling. Junaid Siddiqui getting a break. And in the power play, they've brought in Harry Bharwal. He's been their most successful bowler in terms of wickets. But is this a good idea in the power play, Mudassir Ali? Especially when you have the options of Jiju Janardhanan as a medium pacer.
It shows the frustration. The captain of Fujairah. They need wickets here, and they are short of one bowler. In place of Akifullah, it's Asif Khan. He's back in the side. Batting beautifully with Arvind and Fahad Nawaz. They are taking their own time.
Oh, there was an outside edge. I think there was some bat on that. The reaction of the bowler and the smile of the umpire says it all. Arvind making room again. He likes to do that against the left arm spinners. Go over extra. This time goes on the other side. Good thinking there by Arvind. And he will get a boundary. He's an intelligent batsman. He can change gears quickly.
Going down on one knee and manages to clear that fine leg. Pulled almost from the off stump. Very strong behind the square. Arvind, captain, leading from the front.
Very interesting tactics here by Vritya. Taking the charge against the left arm spinner. Moving around the crease again. There is no single on offer on that offside. It's packed. No gaps at all. Well, they do have Rohan Mustafa and Jiju, so they do have 6 bowlers. Wasim can roll his arm around as well, although we highly doubt we'll see him bowl today. This time width on offer. Misses out Vritya. So 4 dot balls, 5 dot balls, and that boundary. And he'll be itching to get another one here. Oh, in the slot, he's driven it, but straight to Rohan Mustafa. Very good bowling, good over there by Harry Bharwal, just the 5 of it. So Blues 39 for 1 at the end of over number 5, and there'll be a quick change in the com box. It'll be Abid Ibrahim and Ahmed Khwaja.
Thank you very much, Abdur Rahman. 39 for 1. Intriguing first half hour of the first semi-final of the D20. Rohan Mustafa into the attack. So it looks like it's going to be trial by spin for the final couple of overs of power play. Oh, he's stumped him. Sensational delivery from Rohan Mustafa. And that's a huge blow to the Blues. Arvind is out.
Well, that is great delivery, deceiving him. That just got him squared up, and ball beats him. And the keeper is quite fast to take off those bails. There is no return for Vritya. Big wicket. The captain, Hamdan, in a blink of eye has taken those bails off. Huge wicket. The slower one did the trick here. What a welcome for me and Ahmed Khwaja in the com box. Vritya goes for 12. 39 for 2.
Well, what a hammer blow to the Emirates Blues. the captain, the talisman, Vrityarvind, 490 plus runs in the tournament, stumped. And now Alishan Sharifu, another very fine player, 950s in D20 for him. Excellent strike rate and average. And he needs to play an innings tonight. Right on the money is Rohan Mustafa once again. When it's the big match encounter, when it's the knockout phase of any tournament, it's Rohan Mustafa who always steps up big time, Abid.
Well, indeed. It's always the man who puts the opponents under pressure.
Upish, but just short of mid-off. That wasn't timed anywhere near the middle. You can tell the pressure is telling on the youngsters here. He's trying to walk away, gather his thoughts, but certainly it's a pressure cooker scenario. Very watchful indeed. They are regular teammates for the UAE national side, but on opposing sides tonight.
Well, there is no friendship in the ring, and this is Ring of Fire.
Beautiful bowling, right on the money. He's mixing it up nicely here with away swingers and off break, and he's keeping these batters all tied up.
Look at that. This can be wicket maiden over. There you go. The final delivery goes as dot ball. The score is unmoved. Maiden wicket. 6 gone. End of power play. 39 for 2. And how we need to see how that first 6 overs has come off.
Well, let's take a look at the highlights then. It was a airy-fairy drive to get off the mark there from Vrityarvind. Fujairah Khan beautifully flicked through mid-wicket. Junaid Siddiqui as well smashed over the top of cover point, but they always looked dicey. They always looked slightly nervous at the crease, Abid. And look at that catch by Rohan Mustafa at backward point. Incredible.
Well, it's clearly the day belongs to Rohan Mustafa. If you've got good hits there, but that was the turning point. First ball from Rohan takes the captain out of the game. Well, with 39 on board at the end of 6 with 2 wickets down, I think Emirates Blues in a bit of bother.
Most certainly, firmly in the rebuilding stage. Fahad Nawaz cracked a beautiful boundary behind point in the power play. So he's looking in decent touch. Bowled very slow in the air. There is that cover sweeper in position now. 3 fielders on the leg side for the boundary.
I think that's a very good delivery. They're just trying to bowl slow there, and equally played well by Fahad Nawaz. Now for Alishan, they've got plenty of production on the onside deep. In the ring, there are 4 fielders just patrolling that offside. And probably the idea is not to allow him to take single.
Oh, absolutely. Destructive hitter of spin. Now he will eventually get off the mark. I'd just like to see that deep mid-wicket fielder come into the inner ring. It's just slightly too defensive for me.
And I think when he got that, maybe for me, I think a fielder where Jiju Janardhan is standing, that extra cover region, which is a lot in. Maybe all
Edged in the air and taken at short third. A horrible shot from Fahad Nawaz. Extra bounce. And Harry Barwal steps up to the mark for Fujairah.
Well, that ball has gripped well, and Alishan, pardon me, Fahad Nawaz was deceived there completely. Not in control. Look at that. Agent taken. Junaid takes the catch. Quite simple and easy. Soft dismissal. And a big wicket again. It's Emirates Blues who's tumbling here. Fahad gone for 8, 41 for 3.
What a beautiful setting for some high-class T20 cricket. The Dubai International Stadium under the ring of fire. And facing the fire right now are Emirates Blues. They won the toss, elected to bat first. But their top order has been dismantled in just 6.5 overs. Vishnu Sukumaran, attacking batter, coming in at number 5. Tell us more about him, Abid.
I think he's a class, but he's clearly struggling with the form now. The last game, he had the opportunity to make the difference, but couldn't deliver. But it was the other end, Vritya, who bagged that 6 on the final delivery against the same opponents. Though now, what I thought is Emirates Blues is carrying is the momentum. The last game they won against the very same team. And now, it's just that the time where you need to dig in and play a long knock.
Most certainly. It's now or never. Do or die. Oh, hint of turn. They're tucked around the corner. Nobody at fine leg close in, so they will sneak in a couple. And what must be going through the mind of this man on the left of your screen, Alishan Sharifu? Played a fabulous innings a couple of nights ago, belting 4 sixes against the spinners. And good to see some interested spectators in the house. I can certainly see at the top right of your screen, Sanchit Mohan Sharma's family is there. His dad, his grandmother, his mom, all in attendance. They don't miss any of his games.
Yes, Senior Sharma. So the ball drifts down the leg side now. This is the wicket what I was talking about, when that green area, when the ball gets landed on that, it grips a little bit. So if you can see a little bit of a purchase.
Certainly plenty of turn on offer right out of that greenish patch. Spot on there, Abid. So they have to be very careful against Harry Barwal, one of the finest left arm spinners on the UAE domestic scene. Once again, just off the pad, nibbled away. Vishnu is a very good athlete. Strong runner between the wickets. Like Abid mentioned, it's just compiling those big innings, getting beyond the 30s and 40s. He certainly has the skill, technique. It's a question of temperament. Current run rate just hovering around 6.5. That will suit Fujairah very nicely indeed. But it all hinges on this boy, Alishan Sharifu. Outstanding player. Oh, beauty. Sensational over from Harry Barwal comes to an end. 45 for 3. Well, the broadcast and streaming partners of the Mazaplay.net Emirates D20. You can watch live ball-by-ball action on the Fancode app in India and the CricTracker channel on YouTube and Facebook. For the global audience, it's an ITW Prod-G and TPT 360 production for the Emirates Cricket Board. Well, now that the tournament is reaching its thrilling finale today and tomorrow, so do hop on Fancode and the CricTracker channel ASAP. You don't not want to miss any of the thrills and spills. The top 4 sides of the tournament in the knockout phase now, Abid.
Well, that's the phase where it matters the most. You perform, you go forward, or get ejected.
Meanwhile, Rohan Mustafa yet to concede a run off his bowling. He's already had a huge impact on the match.
He's picked up the most valuable wicket of the tournament, Prithya, on a very first delivery. And it's now the left-hander on strike.
That was fired in at pace down the leg side. Good work there by Hamdan Tahir. Saved a certain boundary, or 5 wides perhaps.
Yeah, it's not an easy to keep, and especially when there is a blind spot where you cannot see the ball. Well done, Hamdan.
Good looking punch down the ground. And Rohan, even conceding that run, he was annoyed.
Yeah, that's probably the first run coming off the bat against him. And that kind of attitude he carries. So that's why you see all the time he brings the different energy altogether.
Yeah, that's such a wonderful way you described it. The attitude in a big match. Punched off the back foot. Once again, nothing doing for Alishan. 1 of 8. He's really struggling to find the middle or the gaps in the outfield right now. This is good pressure bowling. Oh, Wasim. You can see, you did mention the word attitude. That's how champion players rise up in the big occasions.
Well, this is where it matters, as we've been talking about. The semi-final stages are very tricky, and you need to have the attitude of fighting a champion. Then you become a champion. You need to have the fighting attitude.
Chipped over that mid-wicket fielder. He was a few yards in. They will pick up two, but that was not in control. 50 up for Emirates Blues, but it's taken a long time and significant cost.
Yeah, those first three wickets are blown away to get first 50, and I think it's just maybe a little tricky there to bat first on overcast conditions. And a final delivery goes for a single only, and a very good over yet again from Rohan Mustafa. 51 for 3, Emirates Blues.
So Harry Bharwal will continue his spell in tandem with Rohan Mustafa. And very good point you made in the previous over, Abid. That threat of rain, overcast conditions. Still, the Blues back themselves to bat first. That's been their strength throughout the tournament. Led by Vrityarvind, Ali Shansharfu's good form. They've always had the bowling attack to resist even the toughest in the run chase. Nicely played off the back foot. Vishnu's footwork is looking pretty assured against the spinners currently. Playing well.
Yeah, I think Vishnu is the right choice when you're trying to build a partnership here. The problem is Ali Shan, who's not used to these conditions or situation, perhaps, because he loves to hit the ball hard, get a few runs, and now that is the projected score that we're talking about. The overcast conditions has really given the upper hand to the team Fujairah. The 128 would not be certainly enough.
Once again, beautiful dip and flight. Genuine turn. That shouldn't have been a single. Harry Bharwal is certainly not happy.
Yeah, that's what maybe he's asking the explanation from the senior man. Mohammad Usman is still explaining it.
Yeah, I think there was a hint of confusion between the cover and point fielder who will go for it. Still, three fielders on the leg side protecting the boundary against Vishnu. Will he go for that big shot? I advise him not to. When you have the likes of Syed, Haider, Wasi Shah, Rohan Mustafa fielding in the deep, they don't drop catches. But he's the kind of daredevil, he'll back himself.
We're talking about catches. One man comes to my mind, it's simply Ali Shan Sharifu. Taking 5 catches.
Oh, he has swept it and gloved it. Big appeal. Shami maybe immediately says no.
Yeah, spot on there. I think the umpiring has been so great in this tournament so far. Yeah, just drifting down the leg side. Really no bat involved. Good decision from AB.
Yeah, perhaps just pad there. No hint of glove. Beautifully drilled, but straight to extra cover. Needed to miss that fielder.
Yeah, there was some intent there from Vishnu. The reason that he saw that ball is right in the slot and there is a plenty of width. So the only thing you need to avoid here to provide the width to the left-hander.
Big shot on the leg side. Over square leg for 6. Well, I did mention he's a daredevil and he'll back himself. And he did just that.
Well, he got nicely underneath that one, and it's a headache for Harry Bharwal as he have to bowl to the left-hander. In the slot, in the slot. Nicely done. That has flung away long way. 6 runs towards the longest part of the ground.
Well, could tonight be the coming out party for Vishnu Sukumar? And can he grab the headlines? 13 off 10. He will always back himself. That's what I like, the clarity of thought. He doesn't think about the match situation or the pitch or the bowlers. He'll play his game.
Indeed. He need to play his game now because it's a big game and also a pressure when your three batters are back.
Good looking punch beyond extra. This should be a couple. Excellent running, targeting Uzair Khan there. That's a productive over for the Blues. They're on the move now. 61 for 3. So Rohan Mustafa will bowl from the Mohammed bin Zayed end. He's already gone through half his spell for just 6 runs. Incredible stuff. And Ali Shan Sharfo, I think he's chomping at the bit here. Once again, just struggling to hit the gaps. Even in the V, they have that extra cover and mid-wicket very, very straight, denying him that single down the ground. He steps out and he stumped him. Well, the pressure was telling and his patience finally ran out. And Rohan Mustafa, the man of the moment once again.
Well, one thing is for sure, this fighter knows one thing on the big stage how to perform. He invited the batter to come forward and a bowl that just hint little bit of a spin and Ali Shan is gone, a big wicket. Emirates Blues under a lot of trouble here. 3 for Ali Shan of 12, that's a rare sight. 61 for 4.
Well, with that dismissal, there'll be a drinks break. 61 for 4, and we'll hand it over to Shoaib Ahmed and Mohammad Rashid.
So the ILT20, the action will begin from the 13th of January. Sharjah Warriors, Desert Vipers, Dubai Capitals, Abu Dhabi Knight Riders, MI Emirates and Gulf Giants. 6 teams are going to play at 3 different venues and it promises to be an enthralling tournament, the ILT20. (61 for 4), the new man in, Nilansh Keswani. And he'll be facing Rohan Mustafa, who's bowling a dream spell. Has been absolutely wonderful with his line and length and has got 2 wickets already. Joining me in the comm box is Mohammad Rashid. Rashid, good evening. And Blues are definitely feeling blue at the moment.
Good evening, Shoaib. Absolutely. The plan not working out for Emirates Blues. They won the toss and elected to bat first. Nilansh Keswani, 163 runs in his D20 career. Strike rate of 111. He'd want to better that. Stepping down. That looks close. But I think it's those 2 steps down that has saved him.
Yeah, that was definitely going down leg. Good call from the umpire, Nilansh Keswani. Well, definitely under some pressure. Big semi-final. Hasn't got a lot of chances to bat. Will be a different challenge for Nilansh. As of now, it's Fujairah all over Emirates Blues. 10 overs, 61 for 4. Sixty-one for 4. And an interesting bowling change. Mohammad Wasim with his off spinners has brought himself into the attack. Good start to the over.
Well, a very interesting move here by Mohammad Wasim, bringing himself on. He's eyeing those 2 left-handers on the crease. Definitely wants to get them out.
Yourself, boy. Well done, Shaba.
Oh, yes, he'll just have to bowl a tight line and length and also consider the dimensions of the ground. Bigger boundary on the onside for the left-handed Vishnu Sukumaran. So the ball will have to be on the middle and leg.
Yourself, yeah, boy. Well done, boy.
Well, he's doing a wonderful job, Mohammad Wasim. He started really well. 3 dot balls in a row. And that'll put that extra bit of pressure on Vishnu Sukumaran, who needs to make sure that he stays for a bit and gets those runs going. Well, these middle overs, Shoaib, they're always a problem. Once you have lost those early wickets, and Emirates Blues here losing 4 wickets.
Yes, that's right. Especially in a big semi-final, you're not sure how you want to approach the middle overs. But right now, the priority will be to take those singles and make sure they don't lose any more wickets. Chipped towards long on will be a single, and that will be the first run on the board for Nilansh Keswani.
Well, Emirates Blues, they'll need to reassess their target. They need to put on. Oh, well, there's hesitation. Is he out? Well, that looks really, really close. That decision has gone upstairs to the third umpire. That'll be a very interesting replay there, Shoaib.
Well, I think that yes-no situation, whenever that happens, yes, no, and then there comes the sorry. Good throw. And Mohammad Wasim is very quick. That's out for me. Yes, it is. Vishnu Sukumaran will have to walk back. And it's another wicket down. Was not needed. Suicidal run.
Well, absolutely. I think just that rotation of strike, that's what's got to them. And Vishnu Sukumaran, he's gone for 16 after facing 15 deliveries. Emirates Blues in a lot of trouble now. 63 for the loss of 5 wickets.
आज लगेगा
New batter out for Emirates Blues, Mohammad Farazuddin.
And Rohan Mustafa to continue. He's bowling those gentle outswingers. And he's having a wonderful game here, Rohan Mustafa. He's already bowled 3.1 overs. He's gotten 2 wickets. And he's bowled 2 maidens and just given away 6 runs.
Well, he's a big match player, Ron Mustafa. He likes to perform at the big stage, likes to contribute for his side, an experienced campaigner. Oh, that's gone. I think that's hit wicket. I think he's smashed his stumps and will have to walk back. What a dismal way to get out.
Well, that looked like the inside edge towards crashing into the leg stick, I think. Very interesting. Yep. I think that was the inside edge. He's tried to cut a ball which was too full. Yep, and that's crashed into his middle and off stump. Emirates Blues losing another wicket. Mohammad Farazuddin gone for a knot after facing 3 deliveries. 63 for the loss of 6 wickets now, Emirates Blues. Well, the new man in for Emirates Blues is Sanchit Mohan Sharma. He's got 145 runs, but that strike rate of 145, that's a very good side for him. Well, what should the approach be now, Shoaib, that they've lost so many wickets in the puddle here?
Well, the approach clearly has to be to take Emirates Blues to at least 120. Yes, they've lost a few wickets, a lot of wickets in fact, but they'll have to get those singles and doubles and try and get as many as they can now. What an over this one is turning out to be. Another maiden over in progress. One more ball to go.
Will be a dream spell for Rohan Mustafa. If he gets this, yes, he does. And that's a dream spell for Rohan Mustafa. He's bowled 4 overs in a T20 game, given away 6 runs, picked up 3 wickets and bowled 3 maiden overs. What a brilliant performance that is from the superstar. Well, it's the end of 12 overs now. Emirates Blues 63 for the loss of 6 wickets.
JJ, Jiju Janardhanan comes into the attack.
Well, I think it's the right thing to do now. Mohammad Wasim, he's trying to get the tail now, finish off the innings as soon as possible, come on to bat and chase as little as they can. On the other hand, I think Emirates Blues, they need to just make sure that they get as many singles and doubles here. 7 wickets for Jiju Janardhan. He's a very decent bowler, can swing that ball. We all know he's got that brilliant change of pace.
A Very orthodox field.
Well, he starts with a slower one to Sanchit Sharma, who I think he's got a very good timing when he connects the ball. He gets very good timing on the ball, so it'll be on him to get Emirates Blues as close as possible to that 120 we were talking about.
Opens the face of the bat just at the last moment, and he's off the mark with that single. Sanchit. Looks very difficult from here for Blues to get to a decent total.
Well, it's a very funny game, and we all have seen that Emirates Blues has got a very strong bowling lineup. If they can somehow manage to get to that 120, I think we have a game on our hands, Shoaib.
Absolutely. Know for a fact that anything is possible in this game. We don't have to go too far back. Just yesterday, Emirates Blues defended, in fact restricted Fujairah to 97 in 14 overs. And then Fujairah took that game till the last ball. 4 runs were needed, and then Rityarvind hitting that 6 on the last ball, winning the game for his side. The concern for Emirates Blues has been that barring Ritya, nobody has actually scored runs for Emirates Blues. Fahad Nawaz did get some runs. Quick single taken, but other than that, they've just not been able to get runs on the board.
Well, a very good point there, Shoaib. They chased that 97 in the 14th over, so that doesn't mean that they're not a good chasing side, but I was very shocked and surprised to hear that Emirates Blues has won the toss and elected to bat first. I think they should have gone with the chasing option and brought in Fujairah, who were also looking a bit off color with the bat while putting on a target.
Oh yes, end of the 13th over. We'll continue that conversation. It's 66 for 6, Emirates Blues. Rocked on the back foot and played it in the gap. Nilansh Keswani, he'll get a single. Wasim coming in to bowl his second over. Change of ends for Wasim.
Well, he's opted for that longer end because Sanchit has come into bat. Being a righty, I think he wants to trap him towards that longer side of the ground. He's been bowling really short. I would want Wasim to loop it up and invite him to hit it over the top.
Fair point. A lot flatter. Not bowling it in the zone for Sanchit Sharma. Very comfortably going on to the back foot, Sanchit, and taking that single.
Well, a partnership is brewing here, and I would really, like you're talking about, I would want him to bowl, pitch that delivery up, invite him. So in the process, try to get those wickets, because these runs, I mean, they won't really matter. Even if he gets hit for a boundary, that won't really matter to Fujairah. They've got things under control.
Yes, it's okay to be defensive, but not when the opposition is 6 down with a score of 69. That's the time you want to hit the nail on its head. Catch it is the call. Rohan Mustafa does well to take it. Diving in front, was not sure, had not judged the ball too well, but Rohan Mustafa, he's got a Very safe pair of hands and doesn't falter.
Well, Mohammad Wasim has proved me wrong at least. He's bowled that shorter one and still gotten a wicket. Very good catch by Rohan. Oh, that's close. I think the third umpire would want to look at that again. That looks really close.
Well, Sanchit Sharma is still out there. I think they are going to check that. There you go. It hit his hands. 1, 2, and 3. The other frame, you can see the ball.
Well, that's very close, Shoaib. Looks like he's got those fingers under the ball. But it's a very, very tough decision. I think it'll be the third umpire who'll be under the pump now.
Oh, yes. Let's look at that. I think the umpire has given it not out. Not out is the signal. And I feel that's the right call. Because you could see some part of the ball meeting the grass, meeting the ground, regardless of where the fingers were. I think that's a fair call.
Well, Shoaib, the rule is that you need to be in control of the ball and it has to be above the ground. But certainly there's some misunderstanding still going on.
No, I think, yeah, it's been given not out. That's there. He's still out there. And I think, this is my personal opinion, I think that was a not out. Straight to the point fielder. End of the over. 14 overs have been bowled. Blues are 70 for 6.
Jiju to continue there. Oh, close call. Well, that was close as well. Sanchit Sharma flirting with danger here.
Well, getting a taste of his own medicine. Sanchit Sharma moving ball, shaping away, reminded him of his own bowling, I'm sure.
Well, he had a very close call in the last over as well. He was, I think, just saved by the whisker.
Well, yes. Narrow escape for Sanchit Sharma. There's a divided opinion in the comm box about that catch. Some say that it was not out. Some say it was out. But, of course, it doesn't matter. The final decision has to come from the TV umpire.
Sure, you can't give the names out.
Oh, big hit. Big hit from the launch. It's over the long on fielder. He was inside the 30-yard circle. Chase for Ron Mustafa. Doesn't get there in time. And a much-needed boundary for Emirates Blues.
Well, a good shot by Nilansh. I know he plays that shot really well. And he backs himself. He really feels that he can bat really well. And I've seen him score 100 in the Bukhatir League. So definitely he's got that confidence that shows here. A very timely boundary there for Emirates Blues.
Oh, that's a very good shot. Short ball from Jiju. Lets it go. And it's been called a wide. Over the head. So, Shami, maybe the umpire signals that as a wide. And will also be one for the over. So, no more bouncers coming in from JJ.
Well, we'll see that pitch up deliveries now. And Nilansh wouldn't mind those. Well left there. He left it well. I think he was looking for that wide. and he's gotten that.
Nicely pulled. Good length. 76 already. They need one good over. One good over for Emirates Blues, where they can get at least 15 runs. That will push them towards 120. And they still can bat. They've got some batting left. Nilansh, as you rightly mentioned, has 100 to his name in the 50 over format. Sanchit Sharma, we know how well he can hit those sixes when it's needed.
Stepping down, single taken there. Well, certainly they've got some batting coming up. They've got Rahul Bhatia as well in the ranks. He can bowl, he can bat. He's a good fielder as well. So definitely some more players to come out and display their talent. But at the same time, I think they need to take the game as deep as possible. Both of these, Nilansh and Sanchit Sharma.
Yes, absolutely. They need to play till the 20th over. 15th over in progress. 2 more deliveries to go in this one. Oh, poor shot, that one. What was he thinking, Sanchit Sharma? A nothing shot, really. A leading edge and an easy catch for Asif Khan at point. End of the innings for Sanchit. That was a nothing shot, outside off. Wanted to play it towards the onside. That shot was never on. And Asif Khan takes a good catch. Sanchit walking back as Blues lose their 7th wicket. Sanchit scoring 4 of 11. It's 77 for 7. There's going to be a change in the com box. It's going to be Abdur Rahman Tariq and Mudassir Ali.
Thank you, Shoaib Ahmed and Mohammad Rashid. Last ball of the 15th over. Jiju Janardhan with the in-swinger. Fujairah all over Emirates Blues like a rash. 78 for the loss of 7 wickets with 5 more overs to go. Well, Duffy News fun fact, the former Australian skipper George Bailey is the great-great-grandson of the Australian cricketer who played in the 1870s, whose name was George Bailey as well. Very interesting Duffy News fun fact. George Bailey, a very good captain for Australia. Surprisingly, did not have any first-class games before he was made captain of Australia, George Bailey.
The fact is brought to you by Abdur Rahman Tariq Butt.
Mohammad Wasim will continue with the left-handers on strike. Now, both left-handers, Rahul Bhatia and Nilansh. Another question here is Mudassir, can they get to 100 at least from here?
Played towards deep mid-wicket, just a single. I think around 110, 115 if they manage. They have a very good bowling lineup. And talking about the Fujairah, they're struggling in the batting department.
Well, if Fujairah concede 40 runs, I beg your pardon, in the next 4 overs, tell you what, Emirates Blues will have their tails up. The momentum will definitely be with them. These two are capable, but I'm not sure they can go at 10 runs and over from here, Mudassir, especially against a bowling lineup like Fujairah with the likes of Junaid Siddiqui and Uzair Khan to come to bowl. They have 2 overs up their sleeve each. I think they would probably bowl overs number 16, 17, no, 18, 19 and 20.
Blues crumbling under the pressure. Mohammad Wasim has been very economical. Down the leg, a wide has been called.
Well, I think most of the runs have been given in extras. Haven't seen a lot of boundaries and sixes today. That can change very quickly. Well played by Rahul Bhatia. He has been working on his batting, Rahul. Been focusing on batting up the order. Spending a lot of time in the nets as well. But this is a different challenge, isn't it? You're setting a target. You're running out of time. You're running out of batsmen.
Just kept low. Very watchful Nilansh Keswani. And talking about Rahul Bhatia, so far it has been a very good tournament for him with the ball. And if he can manage around 15-20 runs from here onwards for his team, they'll have a good total to defend.
Last ball played nicely towards point. He will keep strike, Rahul Bhatia. End of over number 16. Blues tottering along 84 for 7. Right on cue, it's Junaid Siddiqui coming in to bowl over number 17. And just on the topic of Rahul Bhatia's tournament, I think it's been 3 left-arm spinners who've stuck out in this tournament. Plays it down to fine. Oh, that was a risky single. Are they going to push for 2? Confusion. Nilansh Keswani, what are you doing? There was never another run there. There was no backup. But in the end, Haider Vasisha has done really well to come into the circle and stop that ball from going further down the wicket. It was Asif Lala. And then there was never a second run there, Mudassir.
Yes, never run on a misfield. Suicidal, yes and no. Partnership was flourishing between Nilesh Keswani and Rahul Bhatia, but brilliant piece of fielding by young Haider Vasisha. As the wicket number 8 goes down 85 for 8.
The new batsman in is Sabir Rao. And you can see why he's come in at number 10. Blues. They've thrown away their wickets by playing some airy-fairy shots. And then a run out as well. Beautiful scenes here at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. The clouds, as long as they can stay away, we won't mind that one bit. It can start raining around midnight. That's fine with everyone.
Sabir Rao on strike. Runs in Junaid Siddiqui. A slower delivery back to back. One man coming back in the side of Fujairah. The body language of other players has completely changed.
Yeah, you're spot on there. Asif Lala, as soon as his name shows up in the playing 11, the rest of the batsmen, the fielders, the bowlers, they're all pumped up. He's a big man. They needed him in the side. They've looked just a little undercooked for Fujairah. Just talking about Rahul Bhatia and the left arm spinner, Ahmed Shafiq, Harry Barwal. I'll talk about that after this delivery. Played down to Mohammad Wasim. There is a chance of a run out. They needed a direct hit. That was suicidal running once more. And he's very lucky, Sabir. So Harry Barwal, Ahmed Shafiq and Rahul Bhatia have probably been the pick of the left arm spinners. But all three of them have not stood up with the bat. And I think if Rahul Bhatia can score a couple of runs, well, he'll go up in the pecking order as the left arm spinner of choice of this tournament. Of course, there's a certain Mohammad Nadeem as well, who's been amongst the wickets. But his batting has been his main strength in this edition of the Mazza Play Emirates D20.
Not trying out too many things. Rahul Bhatia sticking there, hanging there for his team, managing those singles. What a comeback in this tournament after losing against the Blues last night. It's the Fujairah's show. Experienced Rohan Mustafa clicking at the right time with the ball.
I'll tell you what, that defeat last night must have stung them hard. Fujairah, they're chock full of talent. They're a very proud team as well. A lot of big names. And another dot ball. Brilliant over from Junaid Siddiqui. He's got a big smile on his face as well. The fast bowlers union is alive. 87 for 8 at the end of over number 17. Jiju Janardhanan coming into bowl over number 18. In the air, Mohammad Wasim. Oh, just takes a wicked turn right in front of him. They're like headless chicken, the two batsmen. Just keep on running. Don't see where the ball is. You've already had a run out, a needless run out. And they need to bat out the full 20 overs at least.
Try to get at least 15 runs from here. Cross that 100 mark. Couple of boundaries. You never know. You can go beyond 110. Good changes in the bowling by Captain Mohammad Wasim.
Oh, in the air again. Just a check shot. They're looking for two. And Emirates Blues well, just about made it into the semi-finals. That victory yesterday cementing their place at number 3, beg your pardon. And they'll be very disappointed with this performance. 89 for 8. They were looking to score 150, 160 at least against this batting lineup. Anything less than 100. And you think Fujairah, even with Mohammad Wasim and Hamdan Tahir out of form, they won't be very nervous. Although we've seen weirder things happen in cricket.
Bit surprised after winning the toss, opting to bat first. Conditions were against that, but still going with the strength. Vrityar win. And a big time collapse.
Well, yeah, they did have a good start. Arvind and Zawar Farid got to 30 for no loss in 3 overs. And then once the first wicket fell, they just couldn't get back on track. Not even 60 runs scored in 16 overs. Or drives it towards cover. Saber Rao gets a single. Fujairah will not mind that at all. Even from here, if they can give them 12 singles, they get to 103. Oh, hit hard, hit straight down the ground. Rahul Bhatia will want to keep strike. Another good over from Jiju Janardhan comes to an end. 92 for 8 Emirates Blues at the end of over number 18. Junaid Siddiqui coming into bowl over number 19. He'll want to finish this game off in this over quickly. Rahul Bhatia gets a single. The premier fast bowler probably want to get a couple of Yorkers in, clean up the tail quickly, get that confidence as you have 1 foot into the final.
And Blues, all they need to play out this over and the final over, go for at least 10-12 runs, and I still believe 110 they are in the game. Looking at the surface, it's not an easy surface to bat on.
Yeah, anything above 110, they could make the game interesting with their bowling lineup. And I'm a bit surprised as well today, no Javadullah in the Emirates Blues lineup. They've gone with Saber Rao. Will they miss his in-swingers? Such a good balance, the Fujairah, with their batting. That man on your screen, the talisman. As Shoaib Ahmed said, the man for the big occasion, Rohan Mustafa. Oh, big hoik goes down, racing away. Clean up job for Jiju Janardhan. Again, no calling whatsoever. The Emirates Blues batsmen, they run first and then ask questions later.
Running between the wickets has been very sluggish by the Blues. They were brilliant earlier in the edition with their running between the wickets. Stumble under the pressure against Fujairah.
Oh, another brute. Quick and bouncing over the shoulder of Rahul Bhatia. So far he's done well, Rahul. 10 of 13. 94 is the score here for the Emirates Blues. Having won the toss, decided to bat first.
Where are the Yorkers? You need to finish this tail. Just dragging here, bowling this short pitch deliveries, keeping it contained. A wild swing. It again misses Rahul Bhatia.
Well, yeah, it's very hard to be critical of a bowling team that has restricted the batting side to 94 in 19 overs, but you're right. When you've got 9, 10 and Jack batting, where are those Yorkers? And that's what they missed yesterday as well. Akif Raja just couldn't get those Yorkers in. Oh, 3 short balls in a row. 3 dot balls in a row. End of over number 19. Emirates Blues are 94 for 8. Well, Jiju Janardhanan will bowl out. Last over coming up of the first innings in this first semi-final. Very interesting delivery that from Jiju Janardhanan.
Pitch outside the leg stem and sharply coming in. Wide has been called. 95, 5 runs away from that mark of 100. Struggling ECB Blues big time against Fujairah.
Again goes for that slower back of the hand delivery. That's a Triple J special. Well, there is a split camp here in the com box. Is his nickname Double J or Triple J? Ahmed Khwaja and I think it's Triple J. Jiju Janardhanan. Shoaib Ahmed says it's Double J. Mudassir, you need to give us the inside from the dugout.
I think it's Triple J. I go with Ahmed and Abid and you because the Ju Janardhanan. So Triple J.
Oh, another swinging delivery. He's moving the ball in the 20th over. Triple J. He's a special all-rounder. Given the responsibility of bowling 4 overs today because Akif Raja is not well. That man on your screen. Well, he has a big role to play here today. And I'm sure he must be thinking about tomorrow as well. But the first hurdle is that semi-final. Swinging delivery. Good connection there by Rahul Bhatia. And they get a single.
He adjusted well in this lineup, Jiju Janardhanan. Working as a 5th bowler option for Fujairah because of that star lineup. They were unable to use him on the top order.
Well, the all-rounder in the true sense, Triple J. Both him and Rohan Mustafa would get into any side as a batsman or a bowler. Looking for a 2, never there. Just a single, very good throw as well. So yeah, Rohan Mustafa, he could walk into any side even if he doesn't bowl as a batsman or if he doesn't bat as a bowler. And same case with Triple J as well. 2 genuine all-rounders and they give so much flexibility in the side as well. You can drop a bowler, put in an extra batsman. Another swinging delivery. And they get a single. Score moves on to 99.
Rightly said, and I agree with you. They have dropped a bowler, Akifullah, and got that extra batsman in for this big match. Asif Khan, Behruz coming back into the side. What a spell Rohan Mustafa has bowled. 4 overs, 6 runs, 3 maidens and 3 wickets.
Well, he'll be disappointed giving away those 6 runs in 1 over. Sabir walks across his stumps. They're looking for that bye. And they get it. Well, it's a game of small happiness. And that is the 100-run mark for the Emirates Blues. But you can't spin it any other way. It's been a disappointing batting performance by the Emirates Blues after winning the toss and deciding to bat first. Brilliant from Fujairah. Their bowling, their fielding Their catching has been immaculate. And they'll be the more confident side as they walk out.
Brilliant spell. 4 overs, 21 runs. A wicket to his name, Jiju. Great comeback. The lads of Fujairah after losing the previous night against Emirates Cricket Blues. Talking about the Emirates Blues batting, they started off really well. Arvind and Zawar. Arvind managed 12 and Zawar 15. That over of Rohan Mustafa completely changed the scenario of this batting lineup. Alishan once again going out cheaply. Vishnu and Nilansh tried to build up a partnership. That run out between Asif Khan and Wasim resulting the downfall of Vishnu Sukumaran. Sanchit Mohan Sharma 4 and nothing much to talk about the batting. 12 extras has been given by the Fujairah. At the end they managed 100 in the allotted 20 overs.
And look at that bowling card. Junaid Siddiqui, Uzair Khan, Harry Bharwal bowled well. And then that man walked in. Rohan Mustafa, 20 dot balls. 4 deliveries in which he conceded 6 runs. 3 wickets to his name as well. And Mohammad Wasim, Jiju Janardhan getting a couple of overs in as well. Jiju Janardhan bowling a 4 over quota and picking up a wicket, just a 5.25 economy rate. But it was that man Rohan Mustafa, 3 wickets, 6 runs, 3 maidens in a top spell in the first semi-final. Let's have a quick look at the semi-final first innings highlights then. Started off really well. Got a few boundaries, Zawar and Vritya Arvind. And at that stage we were thinking about 150, 160. Probably the score they're looking at after deciding to bat first. But then this happened. It was Rohan Mustafa, no one else.
Couple of boundaries from Fahad Nawaz against Uzair Khan. This was a good looking shot by Vritya Arvind. Was looking in good touch. Then came that spell of Rohan Mustafa. Great glove work by Hamdan Tahir. Missing the line. Harry Bharwal was also among the wickets. Fahad Nawaz. They bowled really well in the middle overs. Vishnu Sukumaran tried to get some quick runs. Wicket number 2 for Rohan Mustafa, completely beaten. This was special. Asif Khan Dahruz. Look at the throw and the collection from Mohammad Wasim. Faraz going out for that golden duck. Then it was all about the Fujairah's bowling.
Yeah, they didn't let the tailenders cut loose. And nothing short from Sanchit Sharma. An easy catch for Asif Khan. And then again, another run out, almost from Asif Lala, but no mistake from Haider Vasisha. Nilansh Keswani had no clue what was going on. So that's it. That's the first innings done and dusted. Emirates Blues have managed 100 runs in their 20 overs. We will be back after a short break. Don't go anywhere, as Fujairah need 101 runs in the 20 overs to become the first finalists of the Mazaplay.net Emirates D20, powered by Fancode.
Good evening and welcome back. It's Fujairah versus Emirates Blues. It's the first semi-final of Mazaplay.net. Emirates D20 powered by FanCode. The first innings is done and dusted, and Emirates Blues have managed to get 100 runs on the board in their allotted 20 overs. Fujairah will need 101 runs to win, and they've sent a brand new opening pair to chase that total down. Jiju Janardhanan will be opening alongside Asif Khan. Jiju getting that responsibility of starting the proceedings and the run chase in a big semi-final. Joining me in the comm box to discuss this and a lot more is Mohammad Rashid. Rashid, good evening, welcome. What do you think of this change in the batting order for Fujairah?
Good evening, Shoaib. And we see Jiju opening the batting for Fujairah. 105 strike rate. Not a very healthy average, but he's a decent player. I think that's a very good move. They've sent in the stroke players early on. Sanchit Sharma to open the bowling for Emirates Blues. Starts with a wide down the leg side. So Fujairah off the mark with a wide.
Going for that in-swinger on the very first ball, Sanchit misses his line. And that was definitely a wide. So first runs on the board for Fujairah in this run chase where they're chasing a meager target of 100 runs, 101 to win this game and get into the finals of the Emirates D20, third time in a row. What a champion side this has been, Fujairah. Very consistent.
We'll talk about that field, Shoaib. They've got a very interesting field place in. They've got that gully. But they've got that deep cover point position. I think that's slightly defensive here. And a fine leg in place. Those are the two fielders who are allowed outside that 30-yard circle. But look at that gully. That's really close in.
Beautiful drive. Up and over. Played uppishly, but won't go the distance. Not a lot of timing on that, but he'll definitely get a couple of runs, Jiju.
Well, they're showing the intent right away. Jiju Janardhan, he's not going to hold back. He's going to go for his shorts. It'll be very interesting to see how Sanchit Sharma is going to bowl to him. He's got that field cover, packed cover side, but he's opting to bowl those in-swingers.
So I would love to see Sanchit bowling the outswinger here. Again, that in-swinging delivery outside off. Wanted to play it over extra cover, Jiju Janardhanan. Change of openers for Fujairah, Rashid.
Well, very interesting there. Asif Khan, he's coming back after a long leave. And Jiju, he opened a couple of times for Fujairah. Didn't get those runs they were expecting of him. But he's given another opportunity here. I think Mohammad Wasim and Hamdan Tahir missing out. They were not in the best of forms. So I think a very good move here by Fujairah.
Oh, outside off, cracked towards the offside. Vishnu Sukumaran stationed at the cover sweeper. And immediately you can see Hrithya Arvind going up to Sanchit Sharma.
We'll give him a few tips for Mohammad Asif. Look at this man, Asif Khan. 730 runs. And that average and strike rate, 42.94. The average, 142 strike rate, 450s and 200s. Best of 103. We can go on and on about those figures. But he's a class batsman.
Oh yes, definitely among the top three in the UAE. Gets that in-swinger, gets one hand onto it. Oh dear, that could have been a big breakthrough. First ball for Asif. A jittery start for him. Good ball, should have been taken by Sanchit.
Well, very tentative there, Asif Khan. Look at that. Wanted to play that towards the onside. Got that leading edge. And Sanchit Sharma, well, if he would have taken that catch, that would have certainly put Fujairah under a lot of pressure. He's still got an opportunity. One more ball coming up.
Oh, that's another good delivery. That in-swinger wanted to cut that. completely missing. Asif Khan, another dot ball to end the over as well. 4 for no loss for Fujairah. Hazrat Bilal bowling from the far end. 8 innings, 9 wickets for him. He too starts off with a wide down the leg side.
Well, Hazrat Bilal certainly a very talented bowler, but hasn't had the best of the tournaments in this D20 event. Starting off with a wide straight away. Well, they'll have to make sure that they don't give these extra runs to Fujairah. They don't have a lot on the board. They'll have to be very miserly.
Yes, they'll have to be a lot disciplined as well, especially against Jiju, who's got all the shots in his book. Can play on the off, on the on. That's a poor delivery again from Hazrat Bilal.
Well, Fujairah won't mind those. That was way down the leg side. Not a very good start for Hazrat Bilal. But look at that field setting. They've got a very aggressive field set for Gigi Janardhan. But I fail to understand if they've got that strong offside field, and Hazrat Bilal opting to bowl those in-swingers. They're trying for that quick single and they take it very easily. Although they've got that packed offside field, they still managed to pick up a single there.
Good running between the wickets, especially from Asif. We know he's not the quickest, but that is not important. What is important is the intent to take that start, anticipate every ball, that it's going to be a single, be ready for it, and also have a fair idea of where the fielders are placed and how deep are they on the 30-yard circle. Good run, very good run. Edged, and that flies into that slip cordon. That's gone for 4. Asif Khan gets off the mark, but not in the most convincing of ways.
Well, streaky boundary there by Asif Khan. That vacant slip region. We always talk about that slip region, and there's always a chance there. They don't have too many runs. I think they should go all aggressive. And now, will they make that change? That's being reactive.
Well, for some reason, Ritya Arvind, he's not very keen about having a slip fielder. Even in the game yesterday, we were discussing about that. That was a golden opportunity, and you don't get that from Asif.
Well, things not going Emirates Blues ways. And they pick up an overthrow as well. Missed there by the captain, Britya. Well, that tells you a lot of things there. And, well, that ball, they changed the field. They got in a slip and moved that gully towards that slip. And that ball went through that gully region. So, obviously, things not going Blues way.
Sometimes you need a bit of a luck as well. And that is what is missing for Emirates Blues in this game. Goes full this time, Hazrat Bilal. So you can feel that Asif is not the fluent Asif we know. He's not got the ball from the middle of the bat. A few edges, a few mistimed hits. So this is a chance for Emirates Blues. They should quickly pounce on this and try to get that wicket of Asif. apply some more pressure, get into his ears, get into his mind, try to make him lose his focus. Another wild delivery from Hazrat Bilal and a wild shot from Asif as well. So you can see now that there is a chance for Emirates Blues.
Well, certainly, good point there. Chasing that wide one, he's lucky he didn't get an edge to that. But I think you're right. If they can pick up this Asif Khan wicket early on and put some pressure on Fujairah, they certainly will have a game on hand. Although Fujairah has got a very long batting lineup, they're susceptible to that pressure and sometimes they lose their wickets.
Nicely bowled. Guided towards the deep third for a single. Now these wides, they are definitely going to haunt them, Emirates Blues. They can't afford those extras. They have to be at their 100%. Everyone, each and every bowler has to give their 100% to make a match out of this. We were just discussing about the Fujairah batting lineup. All 11 players can bat. And that is why you have to be at your A game in a big semi-final like this.
Wide down the leg side once again. No very good bowling by Hazrat Bilal. Well, you're absolutely right. They have 11 batsmen who can bat, but they had the same lineup throughout the tournament. Somewhat changes, one or two here or there, but they lost a couple of games to Dubai, who haven't qualified for the semi-finals. But that tells you that if you can put that pressure on those batsmen, they are susceptible to giving away their wickets.
Absolutely. And they're all humans at the end of the day. A big semi-final, a run chase can definitely take a toll. But all of that will only happen if you get your plans right. An expensive over from Hazrat Bilal. A lot of extras in that. 2 overs, Fujairah, 16 for no loss.
Sanchit Sharma to continue. And that's it on the back foot towards that deep cover point. Should be very interesting. I was just thinking, when will Britya bring in those spinners? Because when Emirates Blues were batting, Rohan Mustafa and Harry Barwal, they were the ones who made that impact. Rohan Mustafa getting 3 important wickets. I think that was the game changer for me.
Oh yes, I think the spinners have definitely done the job for Fujairah. I think what Ritya is thinking is that because there are 2 new openers who've not batted a lot, he wants that movement in the air. What a brilliant shot that is from Jiju. Never mind what I said. This is an absolutely brilliant shot from Jiju Janardhanan. Anticipating the swing and just placing it and getting 4 runs.
Well, Sanjay Sharma straying down the legs, and I think that was an easy picking for Jiju. He's a class batsman. He's not going to miss out on that. We know he times the ball really well, and he's certainly done that.
Sanchit Sharma missing a trick here. He has to understand who he's bowling to. Jiju Janardhanan, we know for a fact he's very strong on the onside. Another beautiful shot, this time even better. This time the timing was absolutely magnificent. 4 more back-to-back boundaries for the classy Jiju Janardhanan.
Well, similar kind of delivery by Sanjay Sharma, straying down the legs, but even better shot there by Jiju. Look at that. He's not trying to keep it down, hitting it over that mid-wicket region and going for an easy boundary once again. But classy shots there by Jiju. I think now Ritya would be forced to bring in those spinners. Nilanch getting a game. I think he's a very good new ball bowler.
And that's good running between the wickets. putting pressure on the fielders. So they're not only getting those boundaries, they're also taking those quick singles. And Fujairah now are in a very comfortable position. 26 for no loss. It's just the third over of the game. And another brilliant point brought forward by Rashid. Nilanj Keswani. Why isn't he not bowling? Why isn't he not opening the bowling for Emirates Blues?
Well, a fair point. I think Nilanj Keswani is a very good bowler. He gets that ball to swing in quite a bit, and he's got a lot of control. So they would have, controlled those extras as well. Oh, a very good shot by Asif Khan. That was just so easy. That was not a very bad ball, but it was in his arc, and he's just placed it over his head. A very good boundary there by Asif Khan.
A very good shot. And now they know that Sanchit is mostly going to bowl those in-swingers, waiting for that ball on that occasion. Haven't seen that out-swinger yet. I don't know why he's not bowling it. But that was another good shot from Asif Khan. Fujairah 30 for no loss. One more ball to go in this over. Already an expensive one, this one. 14 runs off it. Short and wide. And Asif Khan cracks that, hammers it towards point. Another 4 to end the over. And Fujairah absolutely on a roll. 3 overs, 34 for no loss. Rahul Bhatia, left arm spinner. And finally, Rashid, spin bowling introduced into the attack. 1 over late.
Well, very talented Rahul Bhatia. R&B, as he's named here in the com box. Oh, that's over the mid-off fielder. Not timed as well as he wanted to, but they'll still get 2 runs.
Well, not trying to hit the ball too hard. That is the key here. He doesn't need to. Just needs to clear the 30-yard circle, and that is what he is focusing on. That was a good arm ball from Rahul, but very watchful. JJ plays it over mid-off and gets 2 runs.
Well, the one good thing about JJ is that he plays the ball really late. So he counters that swing or that movement of the ball.
That's right. Plays very close to his body. That impact of the ball is always under his eyes. Gets close. And that is why he's so effective with those flick shots. Great observation again from our cricket guru, Mohammad Rashid. Again, look at that. Just waiting for it and playing it towards backward square leg.
Certainly traits of a very good batsman. And we've seen him score some very good runs. But Shoaib, you were talking about that chirpiness in the field. I'm missing that energy in the Emirates Blues team today.
Oh, just waited again, up and over the extra cover fielder. And that is why the chirpiness is not there, because Fujairah and Jiju Janardhanan in particular are taking the game away from Emirates Blues in the first 6 overs. They know how important it is to get to a good start. And what a masterstroke this is from Mohammad Wasim to bring Jiju and let him open the innings. Absolutely classy shot from JJ.
Absolutely, and we were discussing in the com box as well, that these two haven't had too many games and they haven't batted too much together. Oh, look at that. Another good shot. What a good shot. That was, I think, the shot of the day for me so far. He didn't try to overhit that and pierce that gap perfectly. That was a packed offside field. Very good shot once again.
Well, you can have all the 10, 11 fielders around that offside. That's how good Jiju Janardhanan is. Look at that shot, just bisecting that field and getting 4 more runs.
Well, the Fujairah dugout, very calm. They have no stress. All the stress is on the Emirates Blues boys. But it's the end of the over. 4 overs gone. Fujairah off to a flyer, 44 for no loss.
Another bowling change. Sabir Rao being introduced into the attack, has a very good economy of 6.9, just a shade under 7. First ball, Asif Khan says thank you very much in the slot, and that has been smoked over extra cover for yet another 4.
Well, a brilliant way to welcome Sabir Rao. And you were talking about his economy. That will certainly get that up. What a good shot by Asif Khan. Wow, that was just so pleasing to the eyes. Brilliantly middled, sweetly timed. Asif Khan has it at his best.
Well, he's coming off a break. 20 of 10 deliveries for Asif. Oh, that's another poor delivery from Sabir Rao. Rightly punished over mid-on this time. Goes straight downtown and gets another 4. Back-to-back boundaries for Asif Khan.
Well, Fujairah and Asif Khan on a roll. They've reached their 50 in just 4.2 overs. They're not wasting any time. They want to get this game done and dusted as soon as possible.
Well, I think Emirates Blues are in a hurry to finish things off. Not the best of bowling. A little disappointed by the effort that we've seen so far from Emirates Blues. They played so well until today.
Let's talk about that move by Wasim Khan, Mohammad Wasim once again. Very brave move. He knows he has not been in form, and so has Hamdan Tahir. And to change that opening batting pair in the semi-final of the tournament, I think that's a very brave move.
Yes, I think it's a very bold move to change your batting lineup. This time straight down the ground. Another 4. Will get to the boundary ropes in no time. And another expensive over coming in from Sabir. Not a bad delivery, just a super shot from the Superman, Asif Khan.
Well, he's dealing in boundaries here. They're not stopping themselves. Look at that. A very good shot. Didn't have to run for that. Easy pickings there. Fujairah getting closer and closer to that target of 101 runs.
Short ball. He knew where he was going to pitch that, and he's launched that towards long on for another 6. What a brilliant innings this is from the danger man Asif Khan, and what a way to come into the playing 11.
Well, certainly danger man there. Look at that pickup shot. That wasn't all that short, but he's just picked it and he's deposited that over that long on region. Very good shot. They're already on 62 in just 4.5 overs.
Slashed over third. Fortune favors the brave, and there's no one more braver than this man, Asif Khan. Just went for it and gets a 4 to end the over as well. 5 overs. Fujairah 66 for no loss. And it's going to be a change in the com box. Abdul Rahman Tariq and Mudassir Ali.
Thank you, Shoaib Ahmed and Mohammad Rashid. Zawar Farid coming into bowl. Width on offer, right into the hands of the fielder. Emirates Blues finally get a wicket. And Mudassir Ali has caused the damage.
Welcome to Combox. Says Zawar Farid, chasing the delivery and straight into the hands of short third man. A brilliant knock, a brilliant partnership comes to an end. 66 for 1.
Well, the captain walks in, Mohammad Wasim. He's had a quiet tournament for his standards, but the base is set now, and I'm sure he'll play freely. Outswinger, tentative prod. Well, that's one thing we've seen so far. Mudassir Wasim of 2021 would have just scratched that over extra cover for a 6.
Not among the runs. It was the wicket of Jiju Janardhanan, playing away from the body. Damage has already been done. Slower delivery, taking his time. This is what happens when you're short of runs.
Yeah, just short of confidence, Mohammad Wasim. But he has the time now. Just get settled in. A bigger challenge, a bigger game awaits Fujairah. 35 runs needed. Emirates Blues, well, they need Christmas, New Year, Eid, Diwali, all the miracles combined to pull them through here. Charges down the track, in the air. There is a fielder there, but it will land safely. Some intent from Mohammad Wasim. He's very lucky he's gotten away.
Off the mark, but not in a convincing fashion. Smart piece of bowling. Zawar Farid quickly changes the line. Was in the air but falling in no man's land. Asif Khan Behrouz, 38 of 15 deliveries on a rampage in the semi-final number 1.
Oh, it's in the air, it's in the air. There is a fielder settling underneath it. It's a steepler. And that's a very, very good catch taken by Fahad Nawaz. Well, it's Zawar Farid who's done the damage. Bang, bang, 2 wickets in 1 over. And even though the score is a good one, the base is set. Fujairah, trying to finish this quickly, have lost 2 wickets.
Bowling those slower deliveries. Well judged catch taken by Fahad Nawaz. Asif Khan Behrooz, quick 38 of 16 deliveries. Fujairah 67 for 2.
And Rohan Mustafa walking in at number 4. He did the job with the ball. And now he'll have to score some runs as well for the team. They're in a comfortable position, but you can't take it easy. And dot ball, very good over this from Zawar Farid. Only 1 run and 2 wickets. Both openers back in the hut. Power play done and dusted. 67 for 2 Fujairah. Let's have a quick look at the highlights of the power play. And it was a batting masterclass from Jiju Janardhanan and Asif Khan. Beautiful on the leg side. Jiju Janardhanan looks so good when he plays that flick shot.
They were ruthless in the power play. Look at the timing from both the batters, especially against Sanchit Mohan Sharma on the back foot, finding that gap. Even Rahul Bhatia struggled against Jiju Janardhanan's timing. This was glorious shot on the back foot. Sabir Rao, he was also belted for runs by Asif Khan Behrooz over the mid-on.
He took a liking to Sabir Rao. Asif Khan. That was a very expensive over. And the last boundary was a bit lucky. And then Zawar Farid walked in and said, what was the fuss all about? Got Zawar, got Jiju Janardhan first, then Asif Lala. 67 for 2 now for Fujairah. End of power play. They need only 34 runs to win. They have a lot of time. And Hazrat Bilal coming in to bowl. Still no Nilansh Keswani. Very interesting tactics these from Vritya Arvind.
Expensive first over by Hazrat Bilal. Quick between the wickets. Rohan Mustafa and Mohammad Wasim.
Oh yeah, these two are very, very quick. They're going to take the quick singles. They're going to make 1s into 2s and 2s into 3s on this big ground. Very interesting field placing as well. They've got a deep fine leg, deep square leg. Nobody at mid wicket. And nobody at long on. So the plan is simple. Keep it outside off stump. Farazuddin very close in at gully. And that is Rohan Mustafa. Drags it from outside off stump, plays it to the leg side and gets a single.
They did their homeworks pretty well. In the first innings, we have seen the field placement by the captain of Fujairah. Now it's the turn of Vritya Arvind. Surprised by that field placement, and full marks to the bowler for bowling as per the field.
Hazrat Bilal trying to find some rhythm in his bowling. Bowled a very, very long first over. And again, oh, quick single. Farazuddin with the throw. Not happy, the captain Vritya Arvind with Farazuddin's effort.
Straight away, they know there was a single right in front of his eyes. They have taken that single. Excellent running between the wickets, complementing each other, Rohan Mustafa and Mohammad Wasim.
Well, it might be holidays in school, but Rohan Mustafa and Wasim are putting up a masterclass of running between the wickets. Down the leg side, and he's called a wide. He's called it as wide. The man right next to me does not believe it. He thought there was some glove on this. Oh, I think the ball has just swung away. That was the movement that has thrown the wicketkeeper, the bowler, and my commentator off guard. I don't think he gloved it.
Not an easy job. Being in the middle.
Let's see. Let's see. Ooh. Arvind took the catch. Shami maybe has got a smile on his face. Looking for a quick single. Not there. Emirates Blues. They need something to go their way. And so far, they've been a bit unlucky, Emirates Blues.
Flying start by Juju Janardhan and Asif Khan Behrouz, putting Fujairah in a good position, though they have lost those couple of wickets. Still, just 30 runs required from here.
Much better bowling and much better over this from Hazrat Bilal so far. Still not an easy wicket to bat on, which is why that opening partnership, that onslaught from Juju Janardhan and Asif Lala, even more important. Had they lost 2 wickets quickly in the power play, Fujairah would have been in some sort of bother. Oh, that's a poor delivery though. Short ball, nobody on the leg side. Acres of empty space. Farazuddin chases it down. But in the end, they still get 6 runs off the over. 73 for 2 now for Fujairah at the end of 7. Well, Zawar Farid will continue. Just the 1 run, 2 wickets to his name as well. And out of form, Mohammad Wasim on strike. Oh, gets a hit me ball. It's racing down to fine leg. Farazuddin has to chase it down. Are they going to push for 3? Yes, they are. Rohan Mustafa was off for the 3rd run even before Wasim touched down for the 2nd.
Rohan Mustafa taking on young Farazuddin. Played in the vacant area towards the fine leg. And look at that sprint. So you're right. It was just off the block. Very quickly, Rohan Mustafa working on those single doubles.
Mohammad Wasim was in no mood for 3. Rohan Mustafa definitely was. And then he does the cheeky thing, just taps it down to point, gets a single. It is so frustrating for the captain, the bowler, the fielders when you have somebody like Rohan Mustafa batting. Because out of the blue, all of a sudden, there'll be a sweep shot or a mid-wicket slog or a drive through the covers for a boundary. And in between all of that, there'll be singles and doubles. Guides it down right into the hands of that third man fielder, and they still steal a single. Understated the value of experience, the value of knowing where you can get that quick single. He's targeting the fielders as well. Hazrat Bilal, not the quickest. Just as the ball is going into his hands, he's already at the stumps. Rohan Mustafa. And then he does some gardening as well. Well, is there anything this man cannot do?
Fighter, very passionate cricketer, Rohan Mustafa. To 4 of 6 deliveries, 23 needed. Time, let it go. A slight movement by Zawar Farid. What an interesting tactics played by the Fujairah, changing that slot of the openers, Hamdan Tahir and Mohammad Wasim. And it caught everyone by surprise, sending Asif Khan Behruz and Jiju Janardhanan with him.
Well, yeah, two batsmen who've not got a lot of batting in the middle of this tournament. There you can see that crunching drive. Rohan Mustafa will not just run singles and doubles. He will punish the loose ball. He will get the boundaries as well. The big man on the big stage. And he is born to deliver in situations like these.
Was in control, width offered by Zawar Farid. Trace a bullet from the blade of Rohan Mustafa. Finding that boundary.
Charges down the track. Gets the inside edge. Another expensive over. 9 runs off it. 82 for 2 now for Fujairah. Just need 19 to win the game and get into the finals. Hazrat Bilal will continue. No spinners. In effect, a big appeal, a big appeal. Hit on the back leg. Mohammad Wasim, I think he was under the impression that the ball has hit the stumps. Mohammad Wasim, slightly high. I think that's a good decision. It hit his thigh on the back leg. When you're out of form, Mohammad Wasim definitely looks like a man who's struggling to get bat on ball. How many times have we seen that particular delivery disappear over long on or mid wicket?
Yes, that clearly shows he's out of form, short of confidence. He need one good innings and he'll be back on track. Mohammad Wasim.
Oh, outside edge, flying down to third man for a boundary. On the other end, it's Rohan Mustafa who can do no wrong today. Even when he gets an outside edge, he gets a boundary.
This is the way he bats. This is his own style of getting the runs. Rohan Mustafa trying to go over mid-off and it went flying over the wicket-keeper towards the third man. What matters are those 4 runs and more runs for Fujairah.
Well, the beauty of Rohan Mustafa's cricket is he knows exactly what he's capable of. He knows his strength. He knows his weaknesses. And he will keep batting like that regardless of the situation. Another extra added to the total. 2 runs conceded. Just 12 runs needed now.
struggling. Hazrat Bilal, expensive, not getting his line and length right. So Mohammad Wasim on 7 needs to find that boundary here just for his confidence.
Well, this is driven down to third man. Fahad Nawaz patrolling that boundary. It's just a single. 90 on the board already for Fujairah. Oh, brilliant! Rohan Mustafa has smoked it towards mid-wicket for a boundary. Off the back foot, crunches it hard.
A forehand and advantage Rohan Mustafa. Looking in control.
Well, that's the Emirates Blues dugout. Head coach of the ECB men's team as well, sitting and watching. He's been there in all the games, Mr. Robin Singh. Looking at his young brigade. He will be disappointed with the performance, but he won't mind the likes of Rohan Mustafa and Asif Lala stepping up as well. Down the leg side, hits his boot, goes off the bat, and they get another single. One hit away for Fujairah from a final spot. And this is a statement victory after that loss against the same team, where they conceded 9 runs of the last 2 deliveries. They've come back fighting.
It has been a tough journey for them in this edition. Fujairah, 6 needed. Low full toss, clears the mid-off. The ball racing towards the fence. At last, Mohammad Wasim finding that boundary.
Well, even that was not convincing, but a boundary nonetheless. End of over number 9. Fujairah 2 runs away from victory. Well, the last rights. And it's Farazuddin. He's been played down to square leg. Just a single. Scores are tied. And Mohammad Wasim will get a chance to hit the winning runs. That will give his confidence a bit of a boost. That will give Fujairah a boost as well. What a victory by the men in green in the first semi-final here in Dubai International Cricket Stadium. The Mazaplay.net Emirates D20 powered by Fiancourt. And he's bowled a full toss which has crunched away for 6. We've seen that before. It was yesterday, but it was the opposite team who hit the winning runs of a full toss. Captain Mohammad Wasim finishing the game off. Fujairah finishing Emirates Blues off and making their way into the finals.
A thumping victory. They have dominated in each and every department. They started off well in the bowling. The fielding was excellent. When it came to the batting, they had an excellent power play. Asif Khan, Behrouz and G. Janardhan giving the start, and the experienced Mohammad Wasim and Rohan Mustafa managing to take them across that 101 mark. Fujairah winning the match by 8 wickets in hand, and once again they qualifies for the final.
Well, yeah, they are a big team full of big players and they like playing the finals. Fujairah Mohammad Wasim with the winning runs. That's the scorecard. They made a change, and what a change it was. Jiju Janardhan and Asif Khan coming in to open the batting. Asif Khan 38 of 16 deliveries. Jiju Janardhan 23 of 16, and then Wasim and Rohan Mustafa finishing the game off right at the halfway stage. 10 extras conceded in the 9.2 overs, and that's where Emirates Blues just pull their foot off the gas and let Fujairah cruise through.
And nothing much to talk about the bowling of Emirates Blues. Zawar Farid getting those couple of wickets, and each and every bowler went for runs. It was a hammering by Asif Khan, Behrouz and Jiju Janardhanan. And 10 extras in this low scoring game has been given by the Emirates Blues bowler.
Oh yeah, their main bowlers just couldn't step up. Let's have a quick look at the highlights. Hazrat Bilal and Sanchit Sharma went for quite a few runs in the power play. Jiju Janardhanan with some glorious shots. And Asif Khan, his belligerent best. That was a beautiful shot. Shot of the day from Jiju Janardhanan off the back for through covers. Not easy at all. And then Sabir Rao came in and conceded 22 in his over.
So a couple of boundaries from the blade of Asif Khan, Behrouz. Then came Zawar Farid getting rid of Jiju Janardhan on the very first delivery. In the same over, Asif Khan, Behrouz also departed. Those were the only couple of wickets they could manage. And at the end, Rohan Mustafa and Wasim make sure they stay till the end. And a comfortable victory for Fujairah, winning by 8 wickets.
Yeah, the last hit coming from Wasim's bat. Finish off the game. 6 over extra cover. Farazuddin just bowling the 2 deliveries. So that's it. That was the end of the first semi-final. It was a cakewalk for Fujairah in the end. Emirates Blues winning the toss, deciding to bat first, putting up only 100 runs in their 20 overs. Vishnu Sukumaran and Zawar Farid 16 and 15 respectively. Rohan Mustafa, what a spell of bowling. 3 maidens, 6 runs, 3 wickets in his 4 overs. And then in the run chase, well, Fujairah were always a couple of steps ahead. Asif Lala and Jiju opening the batting, putting up 67 runs in the power play. And then by the time Mohammad Wasim and Rohan Mustafa walked in, the game was done and dusted. Zawar picking up 2 wickets in the 1 over. Fujairah winning by a massive 8 wickets. Well, we'll be going for a short break. Don't go anywhere, as the post-match presentation will follow with Shoaib Ahmed, who will be with the man of the match of the first semi-final.
Good evening and welcome for the post-match presentation for the first semi-final that was played between Fujairah and Emirates Blues. Of course, it was a game that we all were looking forward to, and in a way, it has been a dampener, just like the outfield right now. It was Fujairah, absolutely mind-blowing in all three departments of the game, with the bat, with the ball, and in the field as well. And it was a one-sided affair. And for the third time in a row, Fujairah get into the finals of the Mazaplay.net Emirates D20, powered by fan code. Fujairah were asked to bowl first. Emirates Blues decided to bat first after winning the toss and just couldn't take off in that first innings, managing to get only 100 runs in their allotted 20 overs, and that was always going to be an easy task for the batters of Fujairah. What an opening pair we saw today for Fujairah. At the top, it was Jiju Janardhanan and Asif Khan were absolutely mind-blowing again and just clicked at the right time for Fujairah. In the end, they won the game and it was a comfortable win for them, getting those runs in less than 10 overs. Joining me in the post-match presentation tonight is Mr. Iftikhar Ali. He's the match referee for the game. He's got the player of the match memento in his hand, and that goes to one man who was absolutely magical with the ball yet again, bowling 4 overs, 3 maidens, giving away just 6 runs and taking 3 wickets. The player of the match, Rohan Mustafa. With the bat, he also scored 17 runs. So, as we know, a true all-rounder, Rohan Mustafa. Rohan, well done. Tell us, is this your best bowling performance ever? Because you are absolutely enjoying your time out there with the ball.
First of all, Alhamdulillah, of course, 3 medals in T20, of course, is my best performance, especially in D20. And then it's in semi-final, of course. Thanks to Allah, I just bowled normal balls, and today was my day, I believe so.
You're a big match player. We all know that you enjoy occasions like this. Tell us a little bit about the conditions and how it was to be bowling spin, especially in a wet outfield like this.
Honestly, there was no such thing. I was really surprised when they batted first, because when you don't know about the wickets, because the whole night it was raining. So you just need to bowl in the stumps. When I saw the wicket, when I got wicket on first ball of Rithia, that gave me confidence. I just bowled the outswingers, and then it went on the area which I want. And honestly, there was nothing in the wicket. As you know, we batted and we chased it in 100, but I think they took pressure after taking few wickets.
Fujairah as a side has been absolutely consistent in the D20. You've been a part of that team. Tell us, what is the morale right now? How do you feel about Fujairah getting into the finals for the 3rd time in a row?
Honestly, as you saw, Wasim was not performing really well in this tournament. He was one of the best T20 player in UAE. And then we were missing Lala, when he came back. Of course, when you have a batsman like him in your squad, of course, your morals get high. And today we were having a best batting line. If I see it, there was Osman as well, there is Wasi as well, and Hamid Khan whenever, if you want him to go for some runs. And then we have a lot of batsmen. So there was no tension in batting. We were just thinking about bowling, and what we did was just need to bowl in the areas and use the big side of the ground.
One more game to go. Are you excited, looking forward towards the big finals?
Of course, it will be a great final. Let's see. I believe Sharjah have more credit because they have very good side, and honestly, our team is back, and how we win, that's give us some morale high, and I believe inshallah we will do well in final as well.
All the best for the big finals, and well done tonight.
Thank you very much.
Player of the match, Rohan Mustafa, absolutely brilliant with the ball and also scored some important runs for his side. That's it from the post-match presentation, but make sure you join us back at 8:30 local time, because we've got the second semi-final lined up for you. It is the Sharjah team that is going to take on the men in yellow, Team Abu Dhabi. Stay tuned and we'll be back.